Hello and welcome back. So we are exploring Old Prodigy here in 2024. There have been some really cool changes, and I'm going to go over how I feel those changes should be approached in this video. So we're going to start out here with, this is DeBoss's version. I'll go ahead and have a link to it in the comment section. Go ahead and use that link to access this. There are a bunch of versions with small differences between them. If you would like for me to do a video with the different versions, please make sure you like this one. Go ahead and subscribe and then leave it in a comment that you would like for me to do that. I am more than happy to explore these. So when we look at these, it's quite overwhelming. There are, let's see, that's 10 different versions on each page. There are 2 pages with the last one over here. So that's 21 different versions to play. Which ones should you do? That's our first question here. And that is best answered by the mods. The walking speed in Old Prodigy is extremely slow. It's painful, absolutely painful. The newer version is much more player friendly. So let's go ahead and go to the mods and see which ones are modded. So for version 1.10, 1.30, 1.50, and 2.45. These are the main differences in Prodigy, how the game is. We're going to go over these 4. These are the 4 I would suggest creating characters for and kind of having it be your main play experience. And then as you go through these games, there's certain areas that you'll be able to go ahead and play with each of the various characters to check out some of these other types of mods. Let me know if that makes sense. So like for my let's see, our first mod is 1.10, right? For 1.10, I would play 1.10 up until 1.24, and then my 1.30 character, I would check these out as well. If you do another version, then you can go ahead and make a notation. Keeping a list for this is a really good way to go about it. Another suggestion for this, for the mods, is going to be having a different character name for each one. Last year, it was just character 1, 2, 3, 4. You would have to keep a list of which version you were playing to keep your characters straight. Now it saves as a .json file, JSON, and with that, your character's name is there. So if you have your character name for 110 different from 130, then you will know that 130 character is going to save as that, and it'll just go Connor Monster Tamer 1, Connor Monster Tamer 2, Connor Monster Tamer 3, and save them in a chronological format. So it's quite helpful to have different character names for this. Let's go ahead and take a look, though, at the different versions here and see what you are getting yourself into if you want to come and check this out. Now, this is on GitHub. Go ahead and make sure you talk to your parents about GitHub and whether they're okay with you swinging on and checking this out. And thank you to everyone that has worked on this. I know DeBoss, XPMuser, and we also have Slappygig, and then there might be one other in my brain. I'll go ahead and make sure I list everybody out in the comments. This is really cool. Okay, so 1.10.0 is right here, and this is the first version of Prodigy. Now, we do still have the Clink boot if you want to go ahead and go through the arena, and then we also have, this is the island map. Now, what's cool about this is there's different buttons. We have all selected right now. The quests, these are going to be the areas where you can play through with fire, with plants, ice. This is going to be fossil, and then here we have fire, we have storm, and then this is the dark tower right here. So this is shadow and light magic, astral magic, and then water over here. And then, so those are the quest areas. And yes, there is a Dino Dig Oasis quest in Old Prodigy, which is pretty cool. The stores, which are can be broken in a lot of these, I think they're probably working on repairing them. They're going to be here in the various areas as well. This looks like a cosmetic shop over here. And then we have the games, which is going to be just Dino Dig Oasis, the Dino Dig area where you can collect fossils. But let's go ahead and check out some of these areas just to see what they look like, because it is sort of a text-based game at this point. Here is what the what becomes Shipwreck Shores looks like. This is, I forget the name right now, but it is I should actually just look look at the title. This is the Coliseum. We've already seen that. Barnacle Cove is the name of it. And then we'll go ahead and hit the other areas as well. And then Dark Tower looks pretty much the same. This is actually different. Okay. So this is a different one. And then this is a really cool place, Skywatch with the Puyoi. Really like this area as well. So you can test out some of the variability with it. If you use the mods too, you can increase walk speed and also the battle speed, which is quite slow. So a lot of really cool things in this version. Let's go ahead and swing on to the next one that is modded, which would be the next large jump, which is 1.30. And when I did my playthrough, 1.30 was the one that I was using. Here we have, let's go ahead and go to our maps. And so the map looks like this now. There is the portal here, which is a mysterious portal floats above the island. I wonder where it leads. Let's go ahead and travel there. Maybe it's not there quite yet, but we have this clockwork town in this area, which is one of the differences, which is quite cool. And then these are all like maps except for Shipwreck Shore. Shipwreck Shore is still like Barnacle Cove, but here we have our first areas, environments that are like the new style of map, where you can go ahead and walk around and exist within the area. Here over Clockwork Town, this is a specific one. This is a really cool area where it has daily battles you can do. This is where the dance machine was as well. And so this is sort of like the techie sort of area. I believe the only like pets you can get over here are like robotic. So 1.30 has sort of the first storyline really in the first areas that you can walk around and manipulate. And when we go up to 1.50, which is going to be the next one, this area, you have to start this one out because the map is given as part of the quest. So if you try to import a character that's not 1.50 and you don't have a map, you won't be able to move around the areas. So you do have to start this one at the beginning and have a specific different character for it. With 1.50, there is one thing that changes, and in 1.50 we start to have some of the other added areas in Prodigy, and it's quite cool. We're going to be exploring some of those in some videos, and the Academy is not open in this version yet, so the Academy needs to wait a little while before we get there, but I'm going to be doing some separate videos on some of this stuff. One of the things that's really cool is that in 1.30 you can go ahead and get the original epics, so you can go ahead and use the epics on your team, and it's the original 5, so it's going to be Dividile, Mag Mayhem, jeez, oh no, my brain is going right now. Big Hex, Florifox, and then Arcturus. I hope I got the names right. Let me know in the comments. Magmischief? I don't know. Okay. Too many things going in my head right now. And so this is a really cool environment to explore as well. I believe this one, do we still have Barnacle Cove is still the same in this, so that's not a physical area until 2.24. 2.45. But this one does have some cool stuff to check out inside of it. And then when we get to 2.45.0, it's pretty much the new area. We have our big head phase starting at 2.45.0. Might start a little bit before, but this is the first modded one. And when we look at the area, the map is still the same. We have Shipwreck Shore now that pops out here. And so Shipwreck Shore is now at the playable area. So let's go ahead and start this. We'll probably get a little bit of dialogue. And then this version. So here is the merchant. Take a look at the merchant.
The name's Eve. Pleasure to meet you.
I'm going to go ahead and skip through this since we're not doing a playthrough. All right, and so here we go with the merchant. I just have to click on him. So I haven't seen this guy quite yet. That is really cool. And so the shops are not working. But one of the cool things about it is the walking speed is a little bit slow for most of these. If I go to other, if I turn on the mod, the walking speed can become extremely quick. And so that's going to help you navigate around and sort of play more of the game than focus on just waiting for your character to get from point A to point B. So the mods are definitely worth exploring, and a lot of really cool things. Here in this one, you can get all of the dragons have already come. So you can get all of the different mythical epics. So we have Chillinchar, we have Titus, we have Luma, and we also have Eclipse. I don't know. Let's check the pet book and see if we can get some info on them. All right, so yeah, it's giving us some info. Let's go over them. A little bit ashamed of myself here, but that is okay. So we have Big Hex, we have Flora Fox, Artursus, Divadile, Magmischief, and then Chillinchar, Titus, Luma, and then Eclipse. Okay, so those are what we can go ahead and trigger. Saving in this game, we just have to go to Network and then click Save Character. That's going to create a save. The save is going to have my character's name, so it would be Connor Thunder Tamer, and then .1, 2, 3, 4. It would escalate as the save goes on and on and on. Let me know if this was helpful for you. I would definitely start out with all of these major areas, and then you can go ahead and once you have your character built up or where you want your character to be, check out the different versions and see what's going on with that. Yeah, this is a wonderful thing to have. It's really cool of Prodigy to allow this to be here as well, because this allows everyone to experience the older versions of Prodigy, which gives us a really clear picture of how much Prodigy has changed and all of the different great developments inside of the game. So yeah, be sure to like, be sure to subscribe. Thank you for the comments as well. They help our community to grow, and we'll be looking forward to seeing you back here very soon. Have a good one. Oh, and the toy merchant is here as well. Have a good one. Take care. And sometimes in these versions things break for a little while. You can go ahead and contact the boss, and every once in a while something pops up with that information, and you can go ahead and let him know about that, and he'll work to see if he can fix the issue, which yeah, very exciting. Take care. We'll see you next time. I'm rambling now. Have a good one all. Bye-bye.